Have you ever?
Good morning, everyone. We are live
Hello,
here with
hello.
Carlos. We're so happy to have you back on here and give us a little bit of laughter, some comedic relief during some of these crazy times. It's early in the morning for me. What time is it for
It's
you?
about it's about lunchtime here for us in Atlanta. It's
Well, then
11:30.
that's perfect time to pop open
Yeah.
some wine. It's past 11.
Wine? I just got a notification on my watch that we're live. In
Yes.
case that's how dumb my watch thinks I am. It doesn't know that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Well,
Smart watch.
thanks
Whatever.
so much for coming back on with us. We had such a blast last time with
Oh
you.
no. Thank you.
Gave me some good belly laughs and a lot of requests to have you back on to give us some laughter
Oh,
and brighten up our day. So
I'm gonna try.
how was the long weekend? What's new with you since the last time we spoke?
I don't know if I told you, but I think I just destroyed my laptop last time I talked to you.
Yeah.
And after a lot of crying, and I cracked open a few piggy banks, and I got a new one, so I'm back on
Yeah.
the interwebs. But nothing's perfect,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing's perfect. I
You
was
gotta
having
like
a
break
problem
it in,
opening
right?
yeah, I don't know. It's a dumb problem to have. Is what it is. It's an iMovie that came with the stupid computer.
Yeah.
Why is it jamming up? I just bought the thing. Anyway, so I got another call to tech support because I'm an idiot and I can't figure it out. Anyway, so I feel like I'm just complaining. But other than that, we had some marshmallow eggs. I don't know. I got to think for the chocolate covered marshmallow eggs. Have you
Yeah.
ever? Do you get down?
That's the best. Or the mini eggs. Oh, those are addicting.
What's in those?
It's just
Same
like
thing?
chocolate eggs.
Okay. Dude, you can't go wrong with chocolate,
I know.
You put chocolate on anything.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this pine bark? Oh, this is delicious. This is amazing. Thank you. Oh,
And you
I
can
don't
just say
know.
that it's like almonds. The crunchiness is almonds.
That's it. Yeah. It's just because, pine bark's not that hard. You can chew through that. You'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah.
That being said, little known fact, I don't know if you've ever tried this, but you're probably going to want to. Have you ever have you ever eaten? I'm an English major too. Have you ever eaten the salted peanuts inside the shell?
No.
Yeah, just out of the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you crack the shell open and you eat them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I was in hygiene school, I worked at a gas station, and which was the scariest job I ever had because it was in Philly and it was just sketch. It was an adventure every day I went to work. Luckily, nothing ever happened. But
Thank goodness.
the boss would eat the peanuts with the shell. Like he goes, you got to chew them fast because if they get soft, you can't crunch them up. So every once in a while, just to freak people out, I'll just eat a whole peanut. Little known fact. Now you know.
That's a good way if somebody comes in and you're, you know, want to look like a tough guy, you don't want to mess with
Yeah.
me, just
Yeah.
eat the
Just got
whole
time to
peanut.
crack them open like a big wuss. Just eat the shell. Get fiber. I mean, it's probably not great for you, and they're salty as hell. But what are you gonna do? 3 of those, and your blood pressure goes through the roof.
I don't know if I'm going to try that myself, but I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I don't know. I've never checked, but from here, it looks like you got a nice set of teeth. You could probably do it if you tried.
I don't know, man. I went through a lot. I had braces, extractions, jaw surgery.
Oh wow,
This is like a car. Like I
that is
got
not an accident.
on it. Yeah.
Okay, all
No,
right, I get you.
a lot.
I wouldn't mess with it either. I just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Good stuff. How was your Easter? What'd you do?
It was pretty low key. It's been a crazy month, as everybody is probably feeling that. But we've been doing a lot of these live conversations, a lot of information sessions, webinars, and so I counted in the last month we've done 25. So I was fried on the weekend. My brain stopped
Wow.
working. I was just kind of a vegetable. So I basically just kind of watched TV, my first time kind of just relaxing, and then just took my dog for a lot of walks. So it was pretty low key.
It's pretty. How many dogs do you have?
I just have one. He's my fur
One.
baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we just adopted 2.
Oh.
My old boy, we lost him at the end of January, and so we have space and we have a lot of love to give. And my wife is a psychopath with animals, and she's insane, So my daughter-in-law sends me a picture of them at the dog pound with this little dog on my wife's lap.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's kind of like sniffing around my wife, and I that's the moment I realized we were getting another dog. So we picked her up that Friday, and then like a week later she goes back and gets another one, a little boy. So we had Coco, which is one of the one that didn't die, obviously, right? Moose is the one that passed, and so it was just Coco by herself, and she was kind of sad. So we got Snickers, which is the little one, and then the medium, the boy, his name is Butter. So if I know it sounds, but he's yellowish, So if you say it fast, it sounds like we just like the snack because we have cocoa butter and Snickers running around the yard. You know how crazy I sound going outside, yelling Snickers. My neighbors are like, "Dude, buy a bag of Snickers and shut up already." What are you talking about? I prefer M&Ms, right? But it just makes me laugh because we got these stupid names for these dogs. And the thing is, they don't know that there's stupid names. They just think And I'll call him Mr. Butter, and he'll come over and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Dude, you got a stupid name." He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." But and we had a sugar glider recently, and he passed recently. His name is Lance. Yeah, you know what a sugar glider is?
Yes, they're so little teeny and cute, and
I know. I had somebody asked me, "Is that like a lotion for diabetics?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's a flying squirrel, you idiot." Yeah, we had him, dude, for 15 years.
oh my gosh.
Yes, I didn't know they lived that long. And they go, it's like having a little dog. You just feed them pellets. You can't just feed them pellets. You got to give them fresh food. And my wife would give them a little piece of meat and some like mango, avocado,
Oh my goodness.
egg slice. I mean, a big old almond, corn. I mean, it was like a whole. It was like a little mini buffet for a flying. And he was kind of dumb. I think he had like eye problems, like. But I wasn't getting him glasses, dude. You know what I mean? Because they're supposed to be able to glide and land on stuff. So they'll sit on a perch, engage the wind, and lick their finger and hold it up and see which way the wind's blowing, and then jump and then glide and stick onto he would fly into the back of the couch.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not getting him contacts, dude. You know what I mean? You know what? You just the world's only flying squirrel, dude. That's just how that goes. You've been grounded, my friend.
It's crazy. You had a sugar glider.
Yeah. And then my wife, just like I said, she's I love her to death, but she's a little crazy with these pets, and we just spent $400 on some guinea pigs.
Oh my gosh. How many guinea pigs did that get you?
Just 2. It was just 2 of them. And all that was on one. I mean, well, do you want to hear the story? Do we have time?
Yeah.
We had 2 guinea pigs, right? Peanut and Pumpkin. And Peanut was brown, Pumpkin's orange.
Okay.
Because we're super creative with the pet naming process at our house, right? Who named these? A 3-year-old? You know what I'm saying? Like Butter, you're yellow. It's better than calling them yellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so my wife comes into the room the other day. She goes, "Listen, I think Peanut's losing weight. We got to take him to a vet."
Mm-hmm.
I go, "I got questions." She goes, "What?" I go, "How do you know he's losing weight? And there's a vet for guinea pigs?" She goes, "You can feel him. He feels skinny. Like you can feel his bones. He's not as chubby as he used to be." And yeah, I found one guy in Atlanta. I go, "One guy?" in
Wow.
Atlanta, a major city. Well, that sounds like a specialist. How much is this going to cost? And she goes, the exam is $75. I go, a new guinea pig's 30. Just turn around and pass me a pillowcase. Let me do what I got to do, and I'll run out to PetSmart and I'll bring you a brand new baby bear. You call him Walnut. I don't care, whatever. She goes, we're not doing that, you psychopath. We're taking him in, right? So, so my son takes him into the vet, and he comes home. I'm like, what's the verdict? He goes, dude, you're not gonna like it. I go, I can tell you already, I'm not gonna like it. What seems to be the problem? He goes, well, his teeth got too long because he was eating soft stuff, and he wasn't chewing the hard pellets,
Okay.
He's eating the soft stuff like lettuce or whatever,
Yeah.
So his teeth got too long. So the plan was they were going to sedate him and shave his teeth down. And I'm like, he's getting Invisalign. What are you talking about? He's like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, just shaving his teeth down. I'm like, that sounds like something we can do in the house. I'm like, get the vodka and the toenail clippers. We're gonna work a little frontier medicine, Man up, Peanut. Man up, right? And my wife is like, we're not doing that. We're taking him in. But all weekend, I got to feed him guinea pig protein powder smoothie nonsense mix through a syringe because he can't chew, right?
My goodness.
So it's like Ensure for guinea pigs. And dude, so I'm wrestling with him all weekend. And Monday morning, my son takes him to the vet. I don't hear anything. I call him. I go, dude, how's Peanut? And this guy goes, shh, he's in recovery. He's in recovery. What are you talking about? It's a flying rat. It's what I mean? It's a tailless rat. It's not grandpa with a heart valve. Unbelievable, man. I'm a Puerto Rican dude from New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have pet rodents growing up.
No.
I mean, they were there freelancing, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't clock in, you know what I'm saying? And so I've never told you this story before. And anyway, I get home and he's in his little enclosure. It's like a corral, right? And they have two little huts.
Yeah.
And Pump, I call him Pump because he's like, he's kind of cocky, He comes out and he's strutting. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, hey. And then Peanut comes crawling out of his little hut. And dude, they shaved him from the neck down. He was all pink and veiny. I was like, oh. They made him a crutch out of popsicle sticks. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, dude, are you okay? He was like, oh, that was horrible, man. So we fist bump. I let him go back to bed, and I go to check on him in the morning, and he didn't make it through the night. He woke up dead. Yeah, he woke up dead, face first in the food dish. I was furious.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess this is what I'm trying to say is we buried $400 in my backyard that Wednesday morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That
$400, dude. $400.
I'm sad. I'm equally sad for Pumpkin. And
Pumpkin was a bit of a jerk about it. He was like, dude, can we get this dead guy out of here? I'm like, settle down, Pump. It's rude. $400. That's 13 guinea pigs if you're doing the math. That is a lifetime. That's a baker's dozen worth of guinea pigs.
Oh my god.
So that's my life. Just these weird pets that I don't know.
That they're all named after food.
I think that says a lot. I never thought about it that way, but I think that's saying a lot about us and our eating habits. What's your dog's name?
His name is Chester. So
Chester?
He's a French bulldog. So I wanted to give him a regal name, like it was either going to be like Napoleon or Winston. And so
do you call him Chester or do you call him something else?
Oh, he's got like 100 different nicknames.
Okay. Why do we do that?
I don't know.
You name an animal and then you name them all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I've been calling Butter lately? And I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Because this sounds made up. It sounds like I'm making this up right now, and I don't. I call him Bouchier, right? And I don't know if that's French, but it makes me giggle every time I say it. So, and he answers to it, which is the weird thing, He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Dude, that's not your name. What are you doing? Come on, man, have some self-respect,
From Butter.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to
Just
look
know.
that up. I'm sure that means something in French.
It might be something horrible.
Yeah.
So let me just pretend it means butter, you know? If it's something horrible, don't tell me. I don't want
Okay.
to know. So what's the weather like up there? In my
Um,
mind, it's snowing all the time. Am I crazy or
you are right. It is snowing right now.
shut up?
Yeah.
Really?
Still, this is springtime right now, and it's snowing.
So seriously, because I thought it was cool. I went out this morning and my battery and my remote. I don't know why I act everything out. We were cutting wood and um the battery in my garage door thing was starting to
Mm,
go. So
mhm.
I had to be like right on top of the garage before it would open, before I
Yeah,
would open it from the top of the hill. My car, I had to buy a new battery for my car. So I don't know what's in the air, pollen,
something.
COVID-19, but it's sucking all the electricity out of my remotes and my cars.
I'm sure. I think there's some kind of conspiracy theory going out right now about that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised. Who
Uh,
knows?
this may not be the forum, but are conspiracy theories? Do you entertain them at all, or do you have your
No,
own, or you don't mess with them?
no. I
I
just like, what can I do about it? Whether they're right or wrong.
Right, right.
I'm
Some of them
still
are
living in
fantastical though, you know.
it. Yeah.
Um, you still have to wonder where this particular bug came from though. You know what I mean? It's
Oh.
again, I don't know. I have no evidence and I don't know what I'm talking about. But if I
Have
had to
you?
guess, it sounds like somebody made this in a lab somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So one
Could
dude just ate some bat wings and now all hell's breaking loose.
Did you see the movie Contagion? I watched that this weekend. Probably not a good idea.
No, which one? No, no, I was thinking Outbreak,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
like
that
20 years ago.
yeah, that one was good. Contagion, um,
Sounds
was with,
horrifying.
like, Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law. Basically, it's about, like, a global pandemic. So this was filmed, like, 5 years ago and released 5 years ago, but it seems like we're living through it right now, which just gave me the creeps beyond
That's
belief,
crazy. Yeah.
and it all came from a strain from a bat.
Hmm.
Coincidence? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
There
I
you
was like,
go.
"This is not a good idea. If I'm trying to relax, this is probably not a good idea to watch a
Yeah.
movie that is
I
getting me extremely
yeah,
anxious."
I can't watch the news, man. It's just too heavy, you know? And I do stupid memes and like I did uh I play with Photoshop and it's obviously I'm not really good at it and that's part of the funny in it to me that it obviously looks photoshopped. And I did a picture of me as the Tiger King, you know? With the bangs and everything, you know?
Will
Have
you
you
have
seen it?
that? No.
Alright, hold on, let me see if I can.
Is it on Facebook?
Yes. Oh, okay, ready? Alright. Ah,
Yeah.
alright, alright.
Oh my god.
I got too much time on my hands, dude. I don't know. And then I posted a picture of, Pennywise, the demon clown
Oh,
from the
no.
It movies,
I don't watch those things. I
and
don't
he's got, like, double rows of, like, fangs, and I go, "Hypothetical question, first day back in the office, this guy shows up. Cabatron, yes or no?" 'Cause it's so stupid, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's not a real thing, you know? But, and I'm doing this, and I'm giggling like an idiot because we need I do. I need to have a counterbalance. I
Yeah,
can't if all you deal with is just looking at those death tolls and infection rates, and what is it, over
yeah.
500,000 now, and 21,000 people dead, to COVID-19 symptoms or related stuff. That's lot. It's
Mm,
families, and I just can't deal with it, dude. It's just too heavy. So I make stupid memes of me with blonde bangs.
Well, thank you for doing that because
Yeah,
I feel that, like you said, it is totally if we're anxious as it is right now,
it's too heavy, man.
and like you said, adding that on top of that, but I feel that the best thing that comes from this are the memes. The memes right now are just amazing.
Priceless, you know. There's a lot of creative people,
Yeah.
and I we have a group chat with the people at my office, and everybody's, how you doing, unemployment statuses, you know, that kind of thing. And I posted a different picture of Pennywise,
Yeah.
and with the words on it, like, where's my money, with the dollar signs, you know, just because some of them were having problems logging into the system and getting their unemployment checks. And I'm like, this is how I wake up every morning, you know. And they're like, oh my God, it's so dumb. But again, you got to have a counterbalance, because everything is about, life is about balance.
Right.
I mean, you know, you got to work out enough, you got to eat, try to eat right, don't eat too crazy. You know, if you're gonna have a cocktail or two, have one or two. You know what I'm saying? Just moderation. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
But if all we deal with is just this heavy, I just can't deal with. So, and that's it makes me feel better. My brother calls me the other day. He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Right?
Oh yeah.
Actually, he looks like a conspiracy theorist. He shaves his head like me, right? But he's got like kind of like reddish brown hair, and he's got a big beard, and not like a 300 Leonidas kind of cool looking beard. Yeah. Like he has a machete in his back pocket type of beard, right? And I go, dude, you know I love you, but Jesus, man, you look like a serial killer. Could you please? I know you don't go to your daughter's school looking like this. I know you, and I would call the cops on you. What is that? Are you lumberjacking?
Yeah.
You're chopping trees down? Why the beard? I don't get it, you know. And it's not. It just looked too crazy. So he trimmed it up, and he looks civilized now.
Yeah.
But he'll call me. He's like, hey man, you hear the latest? Like, you know, he'll have, you know, these theories. Super smart dude, but you know, maybe a little paranoid, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, mom's here. Do you want to talk to her? So then my mom gets on, and you have a Spanish mom, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what I'm saying. And I don't know if you guys know, but Spanish moms are experts at the guilt game.
Yeah.
Dude, my mom will make you feel guilty for stuff you didn't even do. You know what I mean? She's like, Kennedy, papi, why? And I'm like, Mom, I wasn't there. That was before my time. I don't know what you're talking about. You know? And so she'll get on, and she's always a little kind of serious. And she's like, I haven't left the house in about a month, and so I got to tell her jokes in Spanish. And the crazier it gets, then she realizes that I'm just joking with her.
Yeah.
That, you know, to laugh, and then she laughs, and then I can get off the phone because she's happy now. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But she's like, I haven't been to church. I don't know what's gonna go on. And I'm like, Ma, Jesus is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. You're gonna be fine. Yeah. You know.
I know.
But
have you noticed that, like, telling a joke? So my husband he's not Spanish. So when he is doing, like, coming with family gatherings, and we're all telling jokes in Spanish, and then I have to try and translate it in English, it is not funny at all. And then by the time you finish translating, you're like, that didn't make sense. Like, how are we all howling and crying from that joke?
Right.
My poor husband's like, okay, that was funny.
I can see where that was. I had a horrible show around Christmas time. I almost gave the money back because it was so bad. Guy goes, listen, I need 30 minutes, right? And I have this guy who's kind of like a booker for me. He'll call me up, and he's, if you're in the area, if you're in town, can you do this gig for me? Not big money. So I'm on my way there. He calls me up, and he goes, hey man, just real quick, half the employees, it's a landscaping company, half of them are Spanish, and they don't speak a lot of English. Can you do half your act in Spanish? Wait a minute. He goes, do you speak Spanish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I go, but I don't do stand-up in Spanish. Just because, what, like you were saying, the jokes don't translate. They don't translate. And here I am trying to switch back and forth, and I would tell a joke and tell a funny story, and the Spanish guys would laugh, and then the Americans are sitting there confused, and then I tell a joke in English, and then they would laugh, and the Spanish guys would be. I was like, this is horrible, dude. Just and I finally go to the guy. I'm like, dude, you seriously gonna make me do all 30 minutes? I go, it's 24 and no one's laughing. I'm dying. This is killing my soul. Can I get off this? I'll give you a refund. I just can't. I can't do this anymore. He's like, that's we tried, dude. We tried. And I was like, oh, this is hard. So it's not every gig is worth the trouble, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Gosh, that would
horrible.
be
Yeah.
that would be
stressful.
Really,
and I don't need stress, dude, because I had a heart thing.
Yeah.
Go on. And and I'm 50. So I can't
play around.
What's that?
Can't play around no more.
Well, no, you got to be careful. You got to think about things before you do them, like you got to show up for your appointments. I mean, like you're what, 24? You probably even go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I was 24. No, but.
All right. My point is, especially young guys don't go unless they've been shot or, in a car accident or something. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in forever until all hell broke loose last summer. But before all this started getting crazy, my wife goes, listen, you better go get a physical because I think it's going to be shut down for a while. And I didn't want to go. Because one, I'm a guy and I feel fine.
Yeah.
And the guy's a little rude. He yelled at me last time, But our insurance is changing, so I had to go. And so I get there bright and early, 6:45. They made me wait about 30 minutes and fill out the 6-page medical history. I hand it to the lady behind the counter. And then she gives it to the people in the back. And that lady was having a bad day already. I don't know what her deal was. But she kicks the door open. She goes, Rodriguez. And I'm like, here. She goes, come on. I go, okay, jeez, right? We walk through the door, and there's the scale. She goes, get on the scale. And I'm like, here we go. So I get on it, and I hold my breath like it's going to help me weigh less. You ever try that nonsense?
Yes.
Just breathe normally, dude. It doesn't help. Air doesn't weigh anything, okay? Air doesn't weigh anything. That's why they call it lighter than air. You ever had the pleasure of them taking that metal thing and dropping it into the next 50-pound increment at 7:15 in the morning? And she was rude about it too. She was like, and she clank, and I was like, why isn't this thing digital? You hurt my feelings. And then she goes, damn, son. Wow. And I go, that is unprofessional. Wow, what? She goes, 283. I'm like, my keys were in my pocket. She goes, it ain't the keys, fat boy. Get in the back and strip down. Doctor will be with you in a little bit. So now I'm like pissed off and hungry, pacing back and forth. 90 minutes, 2 hours go by. And I'm like, what is going on? I call the front desk and they were like, they'll be right with you. Right? I'm in the back. I got bored. I started going through all the drawers. I know what's in the dental office. I don't know what's there's nothing. They have tons of gauze for some reason and hundreds of cotton tip applicators, like giant Q-tips, Yeah. And I'm like, where are they sticking these? I don't want to know, No. They left me alone so long. That exam table they have there, right? That with the white butcher paper, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I was just annoyed at this point, and I'm like, all right, you're gonna make me wait. And it was like a brand new roll. It was like 2 feet thick, and I was just like, zzz. I took the whole roll off, and I made a nest in the middle of exam room 3, and I got in the nest. I looked like a giant baby bird. Like a giant, sexy baby bird in the fetal position. I took a nap, right? The guy walks in, about 40 minutes later, and it's freezing. So I ripped some of the paper off and I put it over my shoulders. Because what the hell is going on? And I was in the stirrups at this point because you're not going to leave me unattended for 3 hours. And I'm not going to experiment with the equipment. I mean, you ever seen a doctor curse before? It was amazing. It was horrifying and hilarious at the same time. He had to help me out of the stirrups because my butt got stuck to the vinyl. I used all the paper in my nest. Oh, it's fantastic. This is unacceptable, Mr. Rodriguez. I'm like, well, what took you so long? And he goes, listen, man, just turn around and drop your shorts. And I was like, oh, wow, this is when things got real, as the young people say. But no, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry about the wait. How's your day going? Just straight to business, which is rude. And he did the same thing last time, but I was ready for him this time, guys. And I probably shouldn't even say this, and it's not my proudest moment, but I was wearing a thong because we're both going to be uncomfortable today. You don't unsee all this in a too small thong and think you're going to have a normal day after that. It doesn't work that way. I didn't even take it off, man. Not even for the prostate exam. just pulled it to the side, right?
Goodness.
I just realized we're live. I was like, take it easy, Freddy Krueger. I have other appointments. You know? What do I owe you? Because nothing. I'm the janitor. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh man. Now that's out there.
Yeah. Everybody. Now the world knows. You know.
Now they know.
I'm sorry. Did I go too far? I just realized I was like, I'm too far in. I can't turn around now. Again, guys, that was just a joke. Everybody relax, okay? But just the mental picture of a fat dude wearing an eye patch, dude, that is just disgusting. Have fun with your lunches. Okay? I'm sorry, but I think that's the part that makes me laugh. Just making people have that mental picture, you know, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know. All I'm gonna say is the people that have heard some of my acts before in the clubs, there's some things that I left off from some of my earlier stories that you're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is like the cleaned up version.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's all, you know what it is. What that joke is you're uncomfortable. It's something that happens to everybody, and you know, and I don't know how you ladies do it because, you know, guys, that's why we don't go to the doctor, because once your pants come off, all dignity's out the window. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. It's not comfortable. It's just you know, but it is what it is. So if you can take something serious and because having a physical is they're looking for trouble, you know what I mean? So if you can make that silly and have fun with it, and that's all that was. So hopefully nobody got offended. But
no, that was funny, and I love those kind of jokes where, like you said, you can just put yourself in that situation. We've all been to the doctor. We've all gone to those physicals. We know we know how long you have to wait. So it's just, you know, you kind of chuckle because you're like, oh yeah, and doing some of those things we all wish we could do to kind of get for waiting that long.
Can you imagine how mad they would be if you did unroll that whole because you know they cut and then they rip it off, right? And it's all crinkly. That's never comfortable. But you know, I don't know. But anyway, I wonder what our jobs are going to be like when we go back. You know, like how serious is that going to be? You know, masks and gowns and hair things, and you know what I'm saying. It's just going to be. The landscape has definitely changed, and we're going to have to, you know, tighten things up a little bit. But if anybody is ready for different or improved aseptic technique type stuff, it's the dental industry, because that's what we do all the time. You know what I mean? All we do is disinfect and sterilize, and so it's not going to be a big learning curve. It's just going to make some adaptations. It might cost a little bit more, but you know, I don't know what the answer is, but it's you know, it's coming. Something new is happening. So, and excuse the green curtain in the back, the green screen. And honestly, I don't even know why they call it a green screen, to be honest with you. But on some of my other software, it changes. You know, I can put different pictures on, put Pennywise and unicorns and stuff.
You. Not this one. Not this
one. No, it's cool. I do like this, how you can stream to multiple things. But
well, thanks for making us laugh. I know we had quite a few people watching us and laughing away. So thanks for lightening our day and having some of those endorphins flowing. I know I feel better and I'm waking up now. So thanks for that.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is fun, and you know, I'll come back as often as you want me to.
Yes, that would be great. We'd love to have you back on again.
So always a pleasure seeing you.
How can people find
you? You can go to carlosrdh.com. I also have a podcast called Off Your Flosser. It's on iTunes, Google Play, Facebook. Join the group, and off your flosser. It's like off your rocker, off your flosser podcast. And it's me and another hygienist, Sandy Lee, who's hilarious, and she's like the sister I never had, and love her to death. She's a little crazy too, so we have a good time, and we talk about the silliest stuff. And it's not very dental at all. Actually, I'd say it's maybe like 7.3% dental. The rest of it is just borderline, just goofiness. Something you can listen to on the way home. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. And I'm sure lots of people can use that right now. So why not?
There you go.
Listen to them. And you told me that you were talking about me on the podcast.
Did I tell you? When did I tell you that? Last time? Yeah. Well, no. Well, I was telling Sandy that I was talking to you, and that she kind of scolded me for teasing you for being short, and she's like, well, how did she take it? I'm like, I think she took it okay. But I feel like I've known you long enough where we can joke around, and and it's all from love. Here's the thing, I'm from New Jersey, right? Jersey in the house. I live in Atlanta now, but I still rep New Jersey. In New Jersey, if someone doesn't tease you or relax your language around you, then they don't like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if they didn't like it, I wouldn't even talk to you. But I like everybody. But there's some people that I'm polite to, but I try to like everybody. And what do you mean? No, you don't like everybody?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying. For me, I'm never worried about like when somebody. I know I'm short, and I will always start that joke and that conversation. Like I'm barely past 5 feet, and I'm very proud of that. But I will make that first joke first, so it doesn't bother me.
Here's the thing.
I laughed right with you. I thought it was funny.
when you acknowledge your own whatever, even if it's not a shortcoming, no pun intended. That was inadvertent. I'm so sorry. Anything that you might be insecure about, or that you feel that somebody might notice or make fun of you, and you call attention to it first, excuse me, that kind of confidence says a lot, and it kind of humanizes you, and it lets people know that you don't take yourself too seriously, and some people take themselves way too seriously, and they always leave the house looking like a million. I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of guy, and I don't like wearing ties. You might as well just put me in a damn straitjacket, dude. If you want me to wear a tie. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but I don't like it. So I make jokes about being overweight, and I'm not making fun of heavy people, because there's people that have a hard time losing it for metabolic whatever. My thing is, it's just a standard: too many calories in, not enough going out. Yeah. I had a joke where, you remember Y2K, right? And and there were the 2012, the end of the world, the Mayan calendar, and all that.
Was it 1999?
That was Y2K, right? And then in for the Mayan calendar, was that 2012? Remember that the world was supposed to end?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I had a joke about, I go, what happened to the end of the world? The damn Mayans, I started stockpiling some extra calories and miscalculated by several 100,000 calories, and here we are. Because in my mind, when the comets started coming, I would just dip into the woods, survive off of this for several months, and come out and take over. All the skinny people would die, and it's just so stupid. But I'm trying to justify carrying this extra weight. Yeah. Anyway, so that's. You take what's obvious and make fun of it, and it's true, and I don't know.
Yeah.
As long as a little bit of it is true.
I feel you. Okay.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've dragged this on a little bit longer.
No, it's always fun. So you always give me some good laughs, and every time I see you. So I'm still glad that we're able to see each other virtually and still be able to get all the laugh and
Thank you. I have a lot of fun doing it too, because I feel like I haven't performed in a while, and I just kind of get in a little goofy zone. So thank you so much. It made me feel better too. So I was feeling if we're gonna get real for a second, can we get?
Yeah.
It's they say that comics are depressed, kind of
Mm.
depressed, and that's at least for me, it's a little true. I mean, I don't take medication or anything, and I'm not making fun of people that need it. I'm just saying, I I have my own self, coping
Mhm.
mechanisms, and doing stand up is one of them, because there's really nothing better than if you can make somebody else laugh, and it I don't know, I feed
Yeah.
off of that, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, and you're easy, so I always enjoy talking to you because you I don't know, you seem you laugh at all my dumb stuff, so it makes me feel good. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No, well, thanks for making me laugh. Thanks for making all of us laugh. And so if you miss doing your, stand up, then why don't you do like a little Facebook Live?
That's a good thing. It's weird
A little
because
harder, the feedback.
you don't get the feedback. So your timing is a little off. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I'll try to read, and the timing's a little off. So it's not a legit thing. But yeah, I might do something like that. Just to give somebody, you know.
Yeah, you should. We'll
Yeah,
all
I think.
follow you, tune in, and we'll have you back on here too.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, Carlos. Thanks,
Thanks, Sam.
everybody.
You take care. Be good.
Bye.
Bye bye.